Hey, I'm Rhea.
And I'm Brandon.
And you're watching
More Love with R&B.
Yep. And today we are going to discuss whether or not we should have kids. Or you should have kids.
Yeah, there's that. Yeah.
So, hopefully,
come on.
we are talking to people who are dating
or engaged.
Yeah. We hope that you have not gotten married thinking that you are going to change your spouse's mind about having kids. This is really something that should be discussed before you get married because it is a life-changing decision.
Yep.
And it could really cause a lot of problems. Not saying that your marriage is doomed if you haven't come to an agreement after marriage, but I'm just saying
it's going to be a lot tougher.
Yeah, this is one of the things that you should discuss before getting married.
Yeah.
Shameless plug.
Hey.
So we're gonna give you some things to talk about so that you guys can figure out if you should have kids or not.
So we like to just do things differently and not do things the way every other person in the world does.
Yeah.
So typically right now people will give you pros and cons.
Yeah.
We're going to give you cons and pros.
Yeah, because we're rebels.
Yeah, and we want to end on a great note.
Exactly.
Positive note. Why
Exactly.
do people end, well, there's the cons, so there's that.
Figure it out.
Yeah, and you're just like, oh my gosh. So we're going to do cons and then pros,
Yeah.
and then we'll let you guys decide. The first one is, why I got to do the first one? Is it because, okay, kids are expensive, okay? I mean, you can make $25,000 a year or $150,000 a year, and you just feel like you're bleeding money. All the just IV of money coming out, not going in, but like coming out constantly, dishing out money for these.
Just to bring a baby into this world costs money. Just to have it. I don't understand. I just don't understand why they're so expensive. Like,
yeah, you're like kind of like, come on, hospital, have some mercy.
But
here.
guess what? Home births are more expensive. I don't understand.
And I don't. So
understand.
yeah, kids are expensive to
just have, just to birth them.
And then so here's the thing: you bring them home, and then they cost more money.
I'm telling you,
because you got to get Pampers and
formula, doctor's visits every 3 months.
Yeah, bottles, the whole there's a lot to buy. We'll just say that.
And that's just a healthy baby.
Right. Oh gosh. Okay. Sorry. Let's move on.
Con number 2. Kids are exhausting. So, okay. Kids are exhausting before they're even born.
Yes, agreed.
Yeah, okay? So before they even come out of the womb, you're already exhausted. And then there's round-the-clock feedings. You really don't sleep all night until they're like 5.
5 months?
Years.
Weeks? Oh.
Because they're still climbing in your bed. I mean, you're listening out for them. I'm telling you, even if they're sleeping all night, they're not really sleeping all night. And that's not just the fact that they haven't slept all night. They're balls of energy during the day.
Oh, goodness, yes.
I mean, it's like they wake up on 5-hour energy.
You're like, let's go!
I just running around you in circles and screaming for no reason and getting into everything. Kids are absolutely exhausting.
I'm getting a headache just thinking about how much energy kids have.
I know people are like, oh my gosh.
So the last con we'll mention is the state of society. So some people say, well, you know what? I don't want to have kids just because of the way the world is. You know, there's crime. I mean, goodness, you're having like school shootings. Like, that's insane to think, you know, oh yeah, I'd like to just have kids and then send them to school and everything will be fine. But it's like you're in a society now where you actually, it has to cross your mind that my kids aren't 100% safe just going to school to learn at any level. Elementary school, middle school, high school. Like, the society we live in doesn't show us that our kids are safe when they leave the house. So that's definitely a big fear for a lot of people. Sometimes it's too much for people. Other people are just like, hey, you know what? You know, I'm not gonna let fear deter me from having kids. So it is something to consider for a lot of people out there where they say, you know, I don't like the way the world is and I can't raise kids in it.
Absolutely. And all the cons that we mentioned are things that could actually affect your marriage.
Absolutely.
Okay? So it's very important that you both talk about this and how it's going to affect your marriage, because when you say I do, the only person that you are vowed to is your spouse.
Right.
They come before your kids.
Come on now.
Even though you might have a tendency to put your kids' needs above your spouse, you cannot do that. Mm-hmm. And so if you feel like these cons are going to cause you to value your kids' lives over your spouse, you may want to think about not having them or not having them right away.
Absolutely.
So now that we've gotten that out of the way,
yes,
kids are so great.
Yeah, they are.
Kids are wonderful.
No, they really are.
I mean, absolutely wonderful. And we are going to share 3 pros on how having kids can actually strengthen your marriage.
You give them the first one.
I don't mind if you do. So, number 1, kids can actually bring your marriage together. They can. They have the ability to. Working as a team, figuring out who's going to do what, tag teaming, can actually be very exciting for the both of you. Seeing your spouse over there feeding the baby or rocking them to sleep while giving you a chance to unwind and whatever, it brings you together. It shows you the love that your spouse has for you and the love that you have for your spouse. So I think that kids are awesome. And making the parents have to come together and work together as a team to get through it. So yeah.
Yeah, I would say another thing is kids are a legacy. Now that might not mean a lot to some people, but to others that it does mean a lot to, it is a sense of pride in yourself or in your culture or in your history or your lineage, and just maybe even your family name. Plus, another good thing about kids being a legacy is like you can see yourself in your kids, and there's just something motivating about having kids and wanting to do better for them than what you had, and always try to progress that line, and then give them something to pass down as well. Absolutely.
And the last pro, which is a good one, is kids are so much fun. Yeah. I'm telling you, like, to be able to see each milestone that your child meets, when they first laugh, oh my gosh, when they start walking, when they start reading, when they start riding their bikes, and just all these wonderful things. I mean, to look at a kid who looks just like you and looks just like your spouse doing all these wonderful things and their little personalities coming out, it's amazing, and it just gives you the energy to want to do more for them.
So at the end of the day, you guys have to decide what works best for you.
Yeah.
We even have a video called The Best Marriage Advice We Got, and basically, you can go check it out. But basically, it just talks about how you have to do what works for you. Everybody is going to have opinions and suggestions about what you should do in your marriage. And they're going to tell you, you should do this, or you should do that. Oh, you don't want to do that. Do you really want to do that? Do you want to do that with the way the world is today? You want to do that? And it's like, hey man, first of all, back up. Like, but you can actually have you and your spouse come together, take in all the counsel you can. No one's saying don't listen to advice. We're saying that you ultimately are responsible to do what works for you.
So we hope we didn't scare you too much, but we hope we provided some good balance between pros and cons so that you can really take into consideration if this is something that is going to work for you. There are a plethora of other pros and cons to having kids and how it can strengthen or weaken your marriage. And so we hope that you guys can get together, talk about it. If you guys have any pros of having kids or things that scare you about having kids, leave them in the comment section below so we can keep the conversation going.
And yo, all you parents out there, hey, all you married folk that got kids, go ahead and drop in the comments if you feel like there's anything we forgot, so that other people who are considering this can read through the comments, because we just picked 3 on each side. We know there's tons more. Okay?
Absolutely.
So if you got kids, go ahead and throw those in there.
Absolutely. So if you like this video, give it a big old thumbs up.
Yep.
Share it with someone who's debating on whether or not they should have kids.
And don't forget to subscribe.
Absolutely.
And hit that bell so that you can be notified for the next time we upload a video.
Absolutely. Thanks for watching.
Yep. Have a good one, guys.
Bye.